This is a true testament of how disappointed I am with patch 3 for Primal Carnage Extinction. I want to give the devs huge credit for at least getting around to providing updates for Extinction. I'm really happy about that, I am. But it's not to say that all of us are going to be impressed with every update they come out with. The least we can say is, we're happy you guys updated, but this patch, as most of you guys been seeing, I've been playing more of this game than I have Primal Carnage Extinction. I mean, can you blame me? This game got 3 new sharks, one of them being a freaking Megalodon, a game mode exclusive for said creature, a new piece of diver equipment, which is kinda good, kinda bad, and a new map. Though the difference is, these devs aren't nearly as pressured as the people at Circle 5 are, so I really can't be comparing too much as to which game did the better update. But what gets me is, this patch seemed like it was gonna deliver as promised, but we've get so many good changes, yet so many bad changes we really wanted but didn't get. It's like we're back at square one again, but yet it's worse. To help get my point across really quick, I'm going to be talking about the more notable changes they've made. The minor stuff we can get onto later. Like first, they decreased the speeds on both the Terra and the Tupa. Awesome! Freaking awesome! I applaud that! I was really happy when I read that. And now, if they take any more than 40 damage, they'll drop the person that they're carrying. Again, brilliant! That is an awesome change! Then we have the Carnal Health nerf, where they decreased his health to 800 from 1000, which makes sense. I guess if they wanted to keep the class to run as fast as it does now, they would make it die quicker, so it makes sense, But, how do you defeat the purpose of those 2 nerfs? You slow the humans the fuck down. Alright, I get it. People were annoyed trying to hit the humans because of their crazy fast speeds. They got annoyed when they tried to run away from the humans, but the humans chased them down to the carcass they were gonna eat at and kill them. But, what made the Terra's insanely fast speed, along with the Carnal's insanely fast speeds, was humans had enough speeds themselves to dodge their attacks. Okay, for Terras, the best way to counter them was the crouch glitch, but anyways, humans had enough speed to counter some of the more faster and more hard-hitting dinosaur attacks. But now that they've been slowed down, it feels like slowing the Terras down did nothing, and Carnals could plow through twice as many people as they could before, regardless of their health numbers now. But if that's not enough salt on the wound for the humans, they increased the bite box of the tyrants, which in one light makes sense, but as if warping into their mouths before wasn't bad enough. You can seriously replace their heads with black holes and it would make sense. It's that bad now. But at least they have a limit put back on them now. That's one of the things I also like about this patch. They put a limit back on tyrants. 1 tyrant per 10 players. So that way, we don't have like 10 2-legged 10-ton vacuum cleaners going around eating people left and right all over the map. But again, because of them nerfing the human speeds, Terras still feel easy to play as, lowering the Carnal's health feels like nothing, and tyrants are near impossible to dodge. If you ask me, people, they should give the humans back their speeds, but have them waste about the same amount of stamina as they do now, so they're not chasing dinosaurs across Timbuktu land when they're trying to grab a quick meal so they can get back into the fight, and make it where dinosaurs waste considerably less stamina than they did before when they're trying to sprint away, decrease their stamina recharge delay, and give the smaller classes a bit of a speed boost. And there you go, movement problem solved. Sorta, kinda, I don't know, but the way I see it, humans could still move around as quick as they could, but for not as long, and dinosaurs could sprint for like ever, so they could run to farther away carcasses humans don't happen to be nearby. Unless the game's crappy spawns puts a human near the carcass you had plans of eating at, I don't think I would blame the movement system for that. Because you know people, I think back to my first impressions video where I talked about nerfing the speeds on some of the classes, which led me to think later on, you know, wouldn't that kind of kill the purpose of a faster paced game? Something in which I was praising Extinction for? Yes. However, Terras did in fact need a speed nerf, but it's not just that they need anymore, people. They gotta do something about this hold to click to pick people up system. I don't know, I feel that's just retarded all around, but anyway. To wish a speed nerf on something would be destroying the purpose of wanting a faster paced game. Because once you ask for one thing to be slowed down, they're gonna have to slow down a bunch of other things so it's fair for the newly slowed down class. Which, in that light, totals up to a slower paced game. Now what they did with the Carno was pretty good thinking, you know, instead of nerfing its speeds like I requested before, they lowered its health so it's easier to kill, but it still maintains its speed so we can maintain a faster paced game. But now that they nerfed the speed of the humans, Carno can plow through them with no effort whatsoever. And then you got Terras, which are still a pain in the ass, Black Hole Tyrants, and you see why I haven't been playing it lately? Another thing that grinds my gears about this patch is things we wanted buffed didn't get buffed. Trapper Pistols, Cryo, Tupa, Raptor, and Pyro still suck. Pathfinder on the other hand got a tad bit of a buff, which is nice. I'm glad they did something with them. I also like how they modified his shotgun sound so he sounds like he packs a little bit more punch with every shot he fires, so they did good with the Pathfinder. Commando, oh people, wait till you get a load of this. They nerfed his base damage. Yeah, because people complained about the bullets, right? Right? I mean, screw the grenades, it was the bullets that was the problem. Let's nerf the bullets so we can encourage just a tad bit more grenade play with this class. Okay. I guess they went in a somewhat right direction where they took away a grenade from the ammo reserve, but if you ask me, it should have been the grenades that were nerfed and the bullets buffed so we get a little bit more gunplay out of this class than explosives. So yeah people, because there were so many good and bad changes and changes we wanted that never happened, it's felt like they've done nothing but make the game even worse to play. And I'm not the only one that feels like this. In fact, there are people going back to 1.3. They are so fed up with the balance that Extinction has going for right now. I mean, before patch 3, the game at least had some sort of tolerable balance where we could at least play it and wait for the right kind of balance to come to the game. This patch didn't do that at all. It now has people going back to a build of the game we never wanted to go back to begin with because Extinction is in a somewhat unplayable state right now. But again, we are in early access. Lots of things are still bound to change. Heck, the devs probably have another patch cooking up so they can fix up some of the mistakes they made so Extinction is somewhat playable again by Christmas. But again, I'm just here doing my job, expressing my feels about every patch that comes out for Extinction so I can help the game become in a better state by launch. But you know you done messed up a patch if I have to talk about it using gameplay from another game. Which I'm hoping you guys still watch anyway. I know the depth videos don't grab your guys' attention as much as the Primal videos, but heck, you guys are still probably going to watch it anyway from the amount of Primal Carnage I talk about in this video. And to let me know that you guys did, be sure to drop a like, leave a comment down below on what you think about patch 3, and if you have any agreements or disagreements I had to say in this video, and I'll see you all in the, heck, I don't know, depth, maybe the Hunter Primal if you guys really want to see that. But either way, till next time, peace out, people.